Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. It is your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today, we're discussing a 2019 limited edition of 100 pieces based on a model that originally bowed back in 2014. This is the Glashütte Original 70s Chronograph Panorama Date Green, and it is everything its name implies. In stainless steel, it's 40 millimeters in diameter, 14.3 millimeters thick, and from end to end, lug to lug, the total distance across the wrist is 50.3 millimeters. So this is a 2019 update and a 100-piece limited edition in steel. What's different here is the dial, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But you can see the totality of the aesthetic is really of a larger watch than its rated size. Although it's rated as a 40, I encourage you to think of it as more of a 41 or a 42 because it wears that way. Wrist presence is impressive. It's also fairly chunky. As you can see, not that thin. It's going to struggle underneath some tight dress cuffs. Should be okay with jackets, but it does have a very sheer side. You can also see that with those end links pushing out to about 50 millimeters across the wrist, it's right out to the edge of my wrist. So I'm going to recommend your wrist be my size or larger to wear this. So 16 centimeters circumference or larger to ride. Taking a quick look, high grade strap, integrated too. Now these watches have been built with both bracelets and straps, but regardless of which version you get, the appearance of integration, a case that flows into lugs, that flows into a tapered strap, it's going to be the same. There's not going to be a jarring transition at any point. Now the strap is substantial, large rectangular scale alligator leather with big symmetrical scales, a very expensive cut of gator here. And you can also see that it features a broad folded edge, a monotone stitch, black matte finish on the bottom. You can see black calfskin, a brand new Glashütte Original factory strap, and then a matching buckle. You can see the buckle here is a thick gauge steel piece made by Brogioli. You can see BRO, the logo, and it is a snapshot system. You can see externally the Geo logo, a combination of polish and satination for contrast, and then the strap, you can see, mates with the case. It uses an unconventional lug junction, so you will need either a custom-made strap or a Geo proprietary strap. Fully integrated, this is a 70s inspired watch, which means it's tapping into the tonneau style of that period. We have a combination of satin and polish, the two complementing each other in the design, and you can see that the bezel is all of high polish. The case is mostly of satin with a few polished accents. We have a set of small and pointy crown guards, as well as elongated chronograph pushers. One of the standout features of this watch is that its chronograph comes with a flyback function standard, so you can reset and restart without first stopping. Great for timing events that occur in rapid succession. Double-digit date, and of course we do have a pusher adjuster for indexing that double-digit twin disc date. And take a close look, you can see the discs are flush, an unusual refinement on a double-digit date. Now we've got our chronograph minutes register at 3. We've got a scrolling chronograph hours disc up at 12. We have a dial that is first brushed and galvanized to create the metallic sunburst pattern, and then lacquer is applied, black lacquer around the edge to shade it to create the green to black fume fade that you see right here. It is a sports watch, so it's 100 meters water resistant, and it's also quite luminescent. Turn the lights off, you can see there's no trouble reading the watch in the dark. We've got an unconventional small power reserve indicator that's contained on the constant second subregister. And so black means full, white means empty. Right here, we can take a look at the passage of our first minute. So you can see this is a semi-instantaneous jumping minute display. And of course, the watch does feature a hacking or stop seconds function. When you pull the crown out, you stop the whole thing, and now you can set it to a reference time, if you please. It's an upscale dial with applique indices rather than printed features, so it feels quite contemporary in quality, even if the style is time-tested 70s vintage. Now on the reverse side, you can see this is caliber 3702. 37 is a in-house chronograph caliber created by Geo for itself, Glashütte Original out of Glashütte in East Germany, the traditional watchmaking heartland of the fatherland. And this, fun fact, is the true successor entity to the original A. Lange und Söhne. The modern company by that name is a revival brand. The true legal successor is this company right here. Because after World War II, when horology was consolidated and collectivized under the East German communists, the original Lange und Söhne and all of the Glashütte watchmaking was folded into the GUB, which became, after communism, today's Glashütte Original. So this is the true Lange und Söhne. Now you can see there's a column wheel for the chronograph, so you get real crisp action. You hear it, you feel it. There's also a vertical clutch. So when it engages without any jump or stagger, and if you wish, you can leave the chronograph running full time without any additional wear and tear. It's an automatic winder that you can see clearly, and it has a 72-hour power reserve, so 3 days. One of the quirkiest features I've ever seen on a watch, you can see on the reverse of the case, the little on-off indicator for the chronograph. So now it's off. Watch it jump to the left when I reactivate it, so you know, looking at the case back, whether the chronograph is on or off. It has a number of hand-finished elements and artisanal elements, including fire-blued screws, some black-polished screws in addition, a black-polished swan's neck mechanism, stripes across the bridges, satination on steel components, and a wonderful multiple solarization executed by hand on this reduction wheel adjacent to the winding rotor. You can see all this pivoting on 65 joules, and it has a high horology and chronometer style 5-position adjustment. Again, that is the standard for chronometers around the world, and it is a modern, high-tech, good-looking, and artisanal in-house caliber. You can see this one also has a pleasing number, 3/4, number 75 out of 100 graded, and once again, all of this with a screw-down crown and 100 meters water resistant. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.